tonight, please chat, go ahead and put your name, who you're a guest of. We'd love to know who to praise for you showing up tonight. And then also, if you have any questions that you would want to know, because tonight we are going to be interviewing the fabulous, y'all. I've had the privilege of, first of all, I've had the privilege of really knowing this person probably for a little over a year now, and really getting to know them, getting to know their heart. I've gotten to be in close quarters with this person, and listen, when I was thinking, who would I want to know more about? Who would I want to interview? Because I definitely had some questions. None other than the fact, look, y'all, I didn't even get her accolades before this. I'm sorry, you guys. But I know that she is at the top of the top, one of the cream of the crop. She's been in the top 10 of Mary Kay. She's taught on stages, okay, guys? Anybody that has taught on stages at company events is a big deal, okay? So she has done so many amazing things in her business. She drives that pink, fluffy trophy on wheels Cadillac. She leads with her heart. She loves hard, and she's my auntie. She's my auntie. And look, only thing better than your mama is your auntie, right? So she is my Mary Kay auntie, and I love you so much. We are interviewing tonight the fabulous Rebecca Allen. Yay! So, yay!
Thank you so much. That is so sweet. I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. And thank you so much for allowing me to interview you tonight, because I've got some questions that I feel like people might not have even ever thought to ask you. I like dug in the back of the brain for these questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome. So just, I know you, I know who you are, but other people may not know who you are. So real quickly, could you just tell us how long you've been in Mary Kay and what made you initially start your Mary Kay business?
Sure. So in January, I celebrated 29 years in this wonderful company. And, it's really nothing fancy or glamorous. I started a Mary Kay business because I was hungry, figuratively and like literally, physically hungry. We needed food. We really did. And, my husband and I were young, and we came from not really wealthy families. In fact, they were poor too. So working class families, and I had a big family and he did not, but we married very young, and we really needed grocery money, quite frankly. So that is why I started a Mary Kay business.
Awesome. And when you first started, you didn't have kids when you very first started, right?
Oh yeah, I did actually. I had Courtney. She was 2 at the time, and I was pregnant with my twins, Taylor and Dakota, who are now 29. That's how I can remember how long I've been in Mary Kay, because I was pregnant with them when I joined Mary Kay, and I was scared to death.
Wow. Look, that's already amazing, because a lot of times, listen, I got approached by someone about Mary Kay when I was pregnant, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't open the message. I was like, next, I don't need this right now. But that is amazing, because here you are 29 years later, and look at all of the success that you have had. Did you ever imagine when you started 29 years ago, like, I'm sure, just coming from humble beginnings and being a working class citizen, and just what all you had going on with your small new family, did you ever imagine that you would be in Mary Kay for the rest of your life?
Well, I didn't really imagine a whole lot, because I'd never been taught to imagine or to dream. So I can't say that I imagined it, and I didn't really see evidence that I would be good at Mary Kay. I didn't know if I would be good at Mary Kay, because the women that I had been around who were consultants were different than me. I called them fancy ladies. Like they wore high heels and dresses and lipstick, and they combed their hair. You know, they were fancy to me. And so, but I did love our skincare, and I did see evidence that other people were successful in Mary Kay, and I loved this product, and I knew that it worked. And I would host parties because I was so poor, but I didn't want to be without Mary Kay product, because it helped clear up my skin and my acne. So I would host parties, and I would see my friends who, we lived in a college town because Gary was going to school. And when I would host parties, these women would eat ramen noodles before they would go without their lip gloss and mascara. So I thought, well, I know it's a good product. And I know people love Mary Kay. It was reputable even then, 30 years ago. And it really is a terrific product. Now, did I believe I could do it and would be as successful as I am today? I didn't really think about it, y'all. All I knew was that I needed groceries this week. And so my goal was to make $50 a week. And that to me was significant. It was huge. $200 a month made such a big difference in our family's lives. And honestly, that's what kept me from being at home with my kids, was $200, because once I would have the twins and have to pay daycare for 3 people, I would literally be making $50 a week to go work somewhere full time. So I thought, with the Mary Kay business, if I could just make $50, that's all I need to help buy groceries, then I could be home and raise my own kids, and somebody else, wouldn't get that privilege, because it really is a privilege. But I also wasn't sure I was cut out to be a full-time, stay at home all the time mom. So that motivated me to do 3 parties a week too, so I could have a break.
Listen,
but no,
we all know, I know. We all look sometimes,
yeah.
and I sometimes you work your business so you can pay for daycare, okay? Because that's exactly that's a mental stress. Whew. That is
It is so true. And I feel like there's a difference in quality and quantity, right? Like, okay, I don't have an adult vocabulary anymore, because all I was doing was being home. And I knew that I really wasn't cut out 100% to be home, because I had to go on bed rest with the twins to hold them in. So that was my taste of being home. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. I mean, I had Little Mermaid memorized. I had Dennis the Menace memorized, and right. I thought there's got to be something more. So that's where the other hunger came in. Like, I need to do something different, because this
awesome.
no, smotherhood is what it was. But when I worked for someone else, it was otherhood, and I didn't like that either. So.
Right. I love that. I love that. And I love what you said. It's quality over quantity, because a lot of times we as moms, we get that mom guilt, and we're like, oh, I need to be there for the kids. No. They need a good mama. They need a patient mama. They need a calm mama. They need a mama that can be there to articulate herself and not get overwhelmed and say, so I totally understand that. And I love that. And I love that Mary Kay was able to provide that for you. And another thing that I heard you say was that, even just $50 extra a week was helpful for you. And so I think that's a lot of the misconception, even for our new consultants that are on here. They come in and they see certain consultants making all this money and all this, doing all these great things. They're like, well, that wasn't even why I signed up. I just really wanted to stay right here. But, and that can either spark a competitive streak, or but just seeing everybody win at their own levels, and you took that and I'm going to do this for my family, and you succeeded in that, because here you are. Consistency builds the dream machine, right?
Yeah,
So
I was just having fun.
Well, that too, because watching some faces, we cackle like some hens, even when at everything, at the drop of a dime.
Yes. And really, that terrified me in the beginning, because people don't believe me, but I'm an introvert, and women terrified me, if I'm honest. I was like, I don't know how to relate to them, because I have 8 brothers, and I didn't understand fancy ladies, and I didn't understand women who spent a lot of money on glamour or makeup. I thought it was frivolous. I mean, I would work for my skincare, and then I loved the Mary Kay lip gloss and mascara, but it took a lot of, I've grown a lot, we'll say that, in more ways than one, because I'm not hungry anymore. So, but anyway, I was obedient. I bought a starter kit and I was obedient to what Mary Kay asked us to do. But really, more than that, I had a commitment to my family that I would pay for groceries. So I didn't have time to think about whether or not I was enough, or whether or not I was good at this, or whether or not people would say yes or no, or, buy or not buy. I couldn't be concerned with that. I couldn't be concerned if I had the right shirt, the right dress, I bought a beauty coat. That solved everything. I didn't need all kinds of clothes to have,
Mhm.
what but I was committed because I had bills to pay. So I didn't get the luxury of not doing it.
Right.
I thought it was
Right.
real, Janae. I thought I had to. Well, I did have to, but I thought when I
Yeah.
signed that agreement, I thought I'm committing to this. So
That's a good mindset to have. Listen, I wish we all had that mindset. Okay, so that's awesome. I have another question for you.
okay.
So, throughout your 29 years, I know that there have been times where you didn't work your Mary Kay business, even throughout that 29 years. Um, and I'll ask the other question after this one.
Okay.
Through those 29 years, how how were you able to still get paid from your business? And I'm gonna go a step further. How much were you getting paid during those years that you were not actively working your business? Because I think that that's important for us to know. Well,
Okay,
it's not
so
important for us
it
to know,
is
but
such a
I'm curious.
it is it is such a blessing to be able to build something that in your life there's a point in time where you maybe cannot work, or you don't want to work, you want to golf a little more, you can. And so, I it's not that I ever stopped working completely, because I have a unit that I'm responsible for and I had a commitment to them. So I still fulfilled my duties and responsibilities to my unit members to continue to help them. And I still had customers, you guys. I have a big customer base. So I still took care of them. So whenever I was, well, this kind of ties into Kristen's question. She asked how it is to be an empty nester. When we first became an empty nester, because my husband travels and he's traveled for 15 years, we haven't been able to spend a lot of time together over those years because we both had noses to the grind. Me doing my Mary Kay business, I will tell you, for 20 years I did 3 parties a week without fail, week in, week out. I shared the Mary Kay business opportunity week in, week out. I did that for 20 years. And I remember my daughter asking me, Mom, do you ever not want to go to a Mary Kay party? And I said, oh, every single time I don't want to go. It's like the gym. I don't want to go. I have my brakes on. I'm an introvert. I want to stay home in my pajamas. I don't want to go. Um, but I go out of obedience, and I go because I know it's going to bless someone else's life. It's not up to me. It's obedience to the call, right? Walking in the calling. I don't feel like it. I didn't really feel like getting on tonight, but I'm so happy I'm here now that I'm here. But it's like that, right? You don't necessarily always feel like it. But I did that for 20 years. I worked weekend, week out, weekend, week out. And then I put on the brakes on my business for about 5 years. My friend Jenny on here, Enloe, sales director, kept asking me for a few years, hey, are you ready to run with me? Are you ready to run with me? And I was very transparent, honest with her. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not ready to work at your commitment level. Now, Jenny makes a lot of money. She's close to 200,000 a year, y'all. And I thought, man, that's got to be a lot of work to make that kind of money. I went to visit her in December 2020, and I was like, well, she's just having fun. And that's what I like to do anyway. So I decided that, and I had been kind of considering really throwing my heart over the bar with Mary Kay again. And so go that visit or trip to see her is where I decided I would start building my business again, and like really growing our unit and business. And we started meeting together last March, and from March to June, our unit became a Cadillac unit again. And this year, we have crossed over the $500,000 mark, $500,000, you guys. We've never done that as a unit, and I'm so proud of our unit. Um, but that's what can happen when you focus, when you put your nose to the grind and go to work. I always said I would like to work as many hours as my husband does, and see who brings home a bigger paycheck. Well, it didn't take long to figure that out. And
That's
it's so
so
exciting. I don't know. He thinks I just sit home and, I mean, I do live my best life. I'm not going to lie. I got to take a 2-hour lunch break today and watch a TV show I shouldn't have been. But it's fun. So when you build a business and you are dedicated and committed to it for that many years, for 20 years, usually you're retiring and you leave, right? And they pay you retirement. But I did that, and Mary Kay still continued to pay me, even though I wasn't really putting in the hours. I wasn't growing my unit. I wasn't really growing my customer base. And I still earned just shy of $100,000 all those years because I worked. And one other thing about that, when my dad was in the hospital, he was in the hospital before he passed away from April to August. I got to go see him every single day. And during that time, I still picked up a pink Cadillac. I still got, commission checks for Mary Kay for close to $10,000 every month that I was with my dad holding his hand. And he would say, "Baby girl, do you need to go work?" And I said, "No, Daddy, I've done the work." If I needed to work, I'd say, "I'm going to go wash a face and I'll be right back." So thank God for Mary Kay. Thank God for those years of discipline. Thank God for all the no's I got, but continued to carry on anyway, because you don't want people to yuck on your wow or steal your joy by a no, right? That no couldn't
Right.
deter me because I still had money to make and a commitment to my family. So it's
I
been a
love
beautiful
that.
thing. Yeah, it's been beautiful. So I'm spoiled rotten now. I couldn't work for anyone else. They couldn't pay me what I'm worth, and I wouldn't get to take a 2-hour break, I'm pretty sure, for lunch.
Rebecca, you are blowing my socks off. I don't even think you realize it. Um,
Are
okay,
they
so
your
next
you
question.
keep your business socks on? We got work to do.
Yes, yes. Look, it's okay. I just got a fresh petty, so we don't need socks on right now.
Okay.
We're good. We're good. And I'm gonna keep up my petty with our fabulous new pedicure sets.
Oh my
Ask your
gosh, isn't that
consultant.
awesome? I love that thing.
So, okay, now that you are back in the saddle, and even that blows my mind. Just shy of 100,000, and you were in retirement. That blows, hands down, blows my mind, you guys.
Mhm.
So how many cars, and I think during that time, even, how many cars have you earned? How many of them were the prestigious pink Cadillac?
So I think I'm on my 14th or 15th Mary Kay career car. And I think it's only my fourth pink Cadillac, but I have driven without a car payment or I've taken the cash for 28 out of 29 years
Mm.
because I just wanted to maximize the opportunity. That we've saved over those years about $300,000 in the way of car payments, insurance, and all of that. And during my kids' high school years, when they were preteens, I told them that they had to earn their car too. So they were going to get a A car, B car, C car, D car, or an F car, depending on their attitude, their grades, their life, all of their choices. So I remember driving down the road one day and the twins saw this old clunker and they, kind of car I used to drive before I could afford a car. My third car in my life was a Mary Kay car. So it was a little green Pinto. The lighter shot to the back of my friends wanted to push the lighter in because they'd shoot the back of the car and they would try to like dodge it to see who it would burn. It was a dumb game, but that's what we did. And then my next car was like, the bank I worked at financed one for me, and my next one was a Mary Kay car. But anyway, back to my story. We were driving down the road, and the twins were like, "Hey, that clunker, is that an F car?" And I was like, "Oh no, 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 no. That's like a C or B car. An F car is like the Flintstones. It doesn't have wheels. You're gonna have to like push it with your feet. Park outside. I'll raise the blind so you can watch your, drive-in movie. Yeah, it doesn't have a motor. So."
That is amazing.
Yeah,
That
so
is,
I took the cash. I took the cash during their years and bought vehicles and I drove them until they were of driving age. So what a huge thing, right? To be able to do that for your
right.
children. I would have never dreamt that when I joined Mary Kay 29 years ago. I mean, we lived in a house the floors were falling in. I mean, we were poor. So
Yes, yes. Wow, 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 wow. Whew, 28 years driving free. That's just him, especially nowadays with
uh
just
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
everything. Gas,
your
gas,
smell
all
doesn't even
that.
wear off and you get another new car. I'm like,
I know.
love
I
it.
know. Just by the time the chicken nugget smell settles in, they're like, "Up, Miss Josh, your new one's ready."
Oh, it's true.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I have one last question. This one, unless anyone else has any questions. So please, by all means, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. But from just aside from having your sales director duties, this one's more geared towards just the consultants. We monthly, and I guess we'll do monthly. How much do you make monthly just profit off of your sales?
So I almost always do the Queen's Court of sales. So let's see, let me just get my calculator really quick. Close to $2,000 a month on my sales, anywhere from 1,800.
Profit.
Yes. In addition to my commissions from Mary Kay. Now, some months are better. When you build a customer base, like Christmas time is always really good because people come to me for their gifts for Christmas. They come to me for their gifts for, right now is a great gift giving season because it's graduation, admin's day, nurse's day, teacher appreciation. So people look to me for gifts. And then we do a, what am I saying? Gift wrapping. And I know what I was trying to say. We do a just because gift service. So, if you have someone in mind that you just want to celebrate, you can send them a gift just because. I do a lot of that, or a pick me up, or a congratulations, whatever. I do that a lot with my customers, and you can do that as a subscription, so you can earn money that way, or whatever. So my biggest sales month I've ever had is over $20,000 in retail sales personally that I have sold
In 1 month.
in 1 month.
20 G's.
Yes.
And you made 10 grand.
Yes.
In 1 month.
Yes.
Y'all, like, everybody should have their whole reactions on their screen. Like, you.
And I am the least likely person that would have sold Mary Kay because I was terrified of women who were fancy.
I'm with Jen. Let's go shopping.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it.
Take me to Target. Give me just one stack.
Well, there's so many opportunities. I remember, a Christmas when my girlfriend I delivered to families and it's not always convenient. It was, Gary had to be Santa Claus on New Year's Eve. I'm like, sorry, dude, I have to make deliveries. And I was really making deliveries.
So
huh?
I said, but that's so exciting. And think of how much of a blessing he was being Santa Claus and those little kids. Like, it's so much bigger than us.
I went to this gal's house and she had me tamales and Kool-Aid when I made her delivery at midnight. I was thrilled. Thrilled. She's like, you needed something to be able to unwrap on Christmas Eve. I wanted to be the first to give you a gift unwrapped. And it was the tamales. And I was tickled about it. I loved them. Okay. I took them home to my family. We ate them. It was great.
My husband would have loved them. He loves beef tamales. He's
so
like
good.
always gets me them at the commissary. But so 10 grand is your highest profit from your sales. Now finishing us off, because we're wrapping up our evening, and I'm glad I got to interview you. I think God worked things out the way it's supposed to be, because listen, you blessed my heart tonight. But what was your highest commission check from Mary Kay?
Okay. My highest commission check in a month is over $16,000 that Mary Kay paid me, a love check, just for helping other people. When I worked at the bank all those years ago, I didn't make $10,000 a year. So that was pretty exciting, I guess. I collect two things, money and friends.
That's a good thing to collect.
I've tried not to live too far beyond my means. We've gone to things. The other day, my friend said, we were going to a baseball game. She goes, you want lawn seating or the chair? And I said, girl, give me the chair. I don't have to sit in lawn seating anymore. But that was something I really had to think about because I'm still so frugal. And I thought, Mary Kay said, when I when I first joined Mary Kay, she said, hire a housekeeper. And I thought, that's so frivolous. There is no way I'm hiring someone to clean my house that the floors are falling through. Like, I can't do that, right? I got to get out of this place. Which, by the way, Mary Kay gave us money for a down payment for our first new home. And I was so proud of that. But I hired a housekeeper because I thought, well, I guess I'd rather clean a face than a toilet. So I was obedient to the things, the path that Mary Kay laid out for us and the things that she suggested. And two, I was able to bless other lives because I've been able to, I still have somebody who cleans my house. I have somebody who works in my office, and I get to delegate and disperse those funds into the lives of others because that's what Mary Kay taught us to do. I never dreamt that would be the case ever in my life, that I would be traveling, to places that are mind blowing. We get to go to the Virgin Islands. We go just about every year. We rent a catamaran and we sail the islands and we island hop. That it gives me
And you're
goosebumps
going
to
to
think.
Scotland.
And
Hello. Oh my
yes,
goodness.
yes,
You're
first
going to be
class.
able to see the people in the kilts.
Yes, and I will end with this because I know our time is up. And if you guys have any questions, please stay on and feel free to ask. Here's the thing. We're just the real deal. And what I believe is that anybody who wanted to be successful in this business could. You just show up and work every day, just like you would for somebody else. Give your business that same respect, that same you would for someone else. I don't always want to. I promise you that I don't always want to. And I'm going to tell you that I'm so glad I do. And I'm so glad that I said yes, because I would still be wondering. I don't know what my life would look like today had my saying yes to Mary Kay gave my husband the courage to say yes to his dream job and to pursue something different. We were going to buy the house where the floors were falling in, because that's as big as we could dream. And so when you start a Mary Kay business, you go as far as you can see. It's like a map from Utah to Oklahoma or New York or wherever. You can't imagine what it's going to look like to drive there, but you can follow the map. And that's what I did. And as you get there, you see something bigger. And as you get to the next point, you see something bigger. And if you're just obedient to that calling and you're obedient to, I'm a girl from the sticks. I have 10 brothers, one sister, a mom that didn't comb her hair, so I didn't either. But I loved the way Mary Kay felt on my skin and in my heart. So I just trusted and I had faith, and I coupled my mind with faith. I was too dumb to doubt. I did what was asked of me. And that's really just being obedient like you would working for someone else. So I just want to say today that if you decide to do this, step out in faith, couple your mind with faith, and then add the element of work, and you have the perfect recipe to become successful, because it's not hard. It's not always, it's not always easy, but it's simple, because we work with humans, and humans are going to disappoint us. They're going to make, let us down and all that. But when someone tries to yuck on your wow, or they tell you no, you just do this, ping, 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 and you ping them away. It doesn't even matter. You just keep going forward and forth. And I couldn't get a booking to save my life a few days ago, and today I have 5 or 6 brand new bookings. So, you work out of, you work with grit and purpose, and not based on emotion. If my husband didn't go to work because he had a bad day, we would still probably not have been eating for a long time. So, you just have to work no matter what the outcome is that you're hearing right now. Because if you continue to work, and that's what I did in my business, I went to church and prayed, and I was like, good Lord, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've been given this opportunity. So open doors for me. I'll open my mouth. And if you'll, he promises he'll bless the work of our hands. So I just have stayed the course. Honestly, I have wanted to quit lots of times. And some days I still do. And some days I quit and then I start again tomorrow. Some days I fire myself because I'm a horrible consultant, and I rehire tomorrow when I beg myself if I can have my job back. So anyway, it's been fun tonight sharing. And I hope that if someone's on here thinking about it, you're never going to know unless you try. Honestly, you will not know unless you try. I thought about it for 3 years before I said yes. I think where I could be had I had those extra 3 years. It's a $30 decision It's $130 decision. You can buy either of those kits. And if you try it and it's not for you, that's okay. I mean, I worked at the bank and a couple restaurants, and those certainly weren't for me. So if you try it and it's not for you, there's a road back to your consultant. Um, you, you don't break up if you try it and it doesn't work for you. So you have nothing to lose. So if you're even thinking about it a little bit, and if you're watching this later and you're thinking about it a little bit and you're prompted in your heart to do it, just do it. I mean, I went to Wendy's the other day and it was more than $30. So just do it. You have nothing to lose for trying. And that's all I got, Janae, which is I know a lot because
Oh my goodness.
I never shut
Hands
up.
down. Thank you. Thank you.
I love
Thank
you.
you. Oh my goodness. You really blessed me. You really blessed me. I don't know about everybody else on here tonight, but you definitely said some nuggets to me. And one thing that I am taking away is discipline. Just discipline. Have the discipline and be obedient. Be obedient to the call. And I already know what the call is.
Yes, you do, my friend.
I know
it.
it is. And it's just hearing that over and over, like, it's okay to have our feelings, but just get up and do it anyway. Get up and be obedient, and to see the manifestation of what God has blessed you with, to see the fruits of that labor within you and through your business. That's the blessing. That's why you were obedient, for us here on this screen tonight, for us to be able to say, wow, if she did it, I can do it too. If she's an introvert, I can do it too. If she needed chicken and gas money and just $50 extra more than this extra 100, I'm doing good. I'm on the right track. So I just want to thank you, Rebecca, so much. I just love you. I love your heart. Like I said, I love you. I love everything about you. Like, y'all probably think we'd be over here being cheesy, but no.
Well, Janae, I love our tribe. Be like Elijah's friend in the Bible, where when he prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for rain, and they said, it ain't coming, his friend would still go check because Elijah was saying it was coming. It's coming, it's coming. And even though he told him over and over, Elijah, I think you're crazy. I don't see the rain. It's not coming. He would still go check. You guys are those people to me. When I'm in a drought, and I feel a place where I am discouraged or want to quit, I got you and Jenny and Jenell and Kristen and Susan, and all of you are my friends. You're my people who sometimes when I don't want to do it for myself, I do it one more time for you guys. So you can see that victory. But I think sometimes it's important to know that the people who are driving the pink Cadillacs, who are driving the cars, who are successful, fall down. We get bloody knees. We get discouraged because we're human too. We are human, you guys. I mean, we sweat, we sparkle, I should say.
Do?
We, we do all the things a human does. So
you sweat pink glitter. What are you talking about?
I know I sure do, and I'm sweating some right now because I'm pretty nervous. but if I can do it, I feel like I'm here to give people hope. I am an ambassador of hope, and I'm a spreader of joy. But I am just here to be real. Someone said the other day, "You're a big deal," and I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm the real deal, and I am the real deal, and I will be transparent. I am very grateful and very humble. I don't think I'll ever get too big for my britches. Well, figuratively speaking." I got my 10, 20, 30 pants. It doesn't matter if you gain or lose 10, 20, 30 pounds, they still fit.
Yes, we all have that
So,
pair. Wore mine today.
oh,
Well, like we said, we don't want to keep you guys too long, but we also want to thank each of you for taking some time out on your Wednesday to just come out and hear about our what ifs, hear about Rebecca's what ifs, and allowing us time just to interview her and get to know her better. And hopefully you took home something from this also. So go ahead, Rebecca. If you don't have anything else to
any
say.
questions? I know you're going to close it up, but I want to know who the guests are because I can do a drawing real quick.
Oh yeah, we like prizes.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jenny had a guess.
I know. Jenny said Crystal is her guest.
Yes.
Olga, and okay, Gabriella, are you a guest of someone? Yes, yes, okay. So Crystal, Gabriella, Olga, are you someone's guest? She might not want to, she might be shyer than me. Vivian, what about you?
Olga is Patricia's guest.
Okay,
Okay.
can you unmute Vivian? Okay. Glytis, I got her. Or type in the chat. Are you a consultant?
Me?
Oh, yay. Okay, thank you for being on here tonight and listening. I
You're
love
welcome. I
that.
enjoyed it.
I'm glad. Okay, what about Andrea? Is she someone's guest or is she a consultant?
Yes, she's Patty's guest.
Okay. Andrea. Welcome. And okay.
And
So
so
I think
is Wendy. Wendy is a guest of Patricia's as well.
Right. Got it.
Go ahead, Patricia. Do the thing.
Yeah.
Sis is doing it.
Do you guys just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful Patricia is? Ah, I love staring at her face. I told her that the other night. I'm like, I could stare at her for hours. All right, so I have everybody numbered, and I'm going to let Janae pick a number between 1 and 6. You're going to make one friend.
Well, 3.
Okay, 3 is Olga. Is Olga someone's guest?
Yes, she's Patty's guest, Patricia's guest. Yes.
Okay, good job, Patricia. I think she had the most guests on
Yeah,
tonight. That's
you did.
exciting.
Congratulations.
All right, I guess we can have one more. Jenny Enloe, pick a number between 1 and 6.
2.
Woohoo! Gabriella.
Woo!
How
Yay!
fun is that? So make sure you get your director, Patricia. Okay, Jenny and me. Get us their addresses. Jenny, you want to do Gabriella and I'll send Olga a gift?
Sure.
All right. Get us
Awesome,
their
awesome,
addresses so we can send them their prizes.
Yes, we'll do that. Absolutely.
Okay. Yes. All right.
Great. Well, thank you, ladies, for spending some time with us this evening. And I hope that you have a fabulous Wednesday. And we will see you Monday for the Red Rally.
Excited. Thank
Yes,
you,
bye.
ladies.
Bye.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Love y'all.
Bye.
I love it. Love it.
Love you, Jenelle.
Love you.